Hello Aries, how you doing? Welcome to your Astroflower reading going from the 26th through to the 1st of September. I hope you're doing well. Hope life is treating you well. Let's just see what's going on. We're going to do this slightly differently today. We're going to go straight in with the messages, as it were. Here we have with the overall energies. There's a definite force building in your life in regards to your emotions or your relationships, of the direction that you want to take them according to what you've planned. And it's asking you a little bit to, and I think this is coming from within you, you want to engage in a life in a way that's much more sort of fulfilling. Or that you have a certain control over, I think, more than anything else. That's what it seems to be like. It seems to be a real driving force behind the relationships at the moment. If you're looking for love, it's you who's going to be driving it in order to find that person. If you're in a relationship that may be having difficulty, it might be you, the one that is got to drive it forward. So, to sort it out, or whether, get it sorted one way or another. It seems to be you're the driving force behind it. On your financial sort of side, yeah, there's a lot going on in the future here. You're really facing forward by the looks of things, and there is quite a lot that comes over and that plays into your karmic path. I think this is very similar to your relationship side. I think it appears to be a situation where you're getting balance and harmony back into your life by being very proactive on both sides and looking forward, which is an incredibly beautiful energy to have. Really driving force. Could be very good at manifesting what you want at the moment. A King of Cups. Yeah, I think you have a control over the situation now. And this is both on your relationship side as much as on your financial side. And you can convert your emotions into reality. That's what the King of Cups can do. So it's not plain sailing for you. It's, once you take the control of the situation, or you will have a greater influence on how this is going to pan out for you. And it's because you've got not only a control over your emotions, but also you're using your emotions to be a driving force to get what you want. On your karmic path and your relationship side, this plays into your future. You're really looking forward here at the moment here, and it's sort of saying it seems to be like a constant reminder of the sort of lifestyle you want to live. So if you really want to be in a relationship, if you're not in a relationship at the moment, and if you are and you want your relationship to go forward and progress, then you have to be a driving force behind it. And it seems like it's on your karmic path to do that. It could also be the same sort of thing for your family, your friends, your community, or even your spiritual path. Whatever it is, you have to be a proactive person in here. Yeah, and I think this is on your karmic path to sort of say that is the past, those 3 of Cups that have fallen there, and your future is the 2 of Cups there. And once you realize that, all of a sudden it's going to open up to a great deal of possibilities. I think you have realized this. I think what your karmic path here is now sort of saying to you, okay, Aries, now it's time to let go of all of that. Let the disappointments of the past stay in the past, basically, and head forward. The universal energy here, I think as you do this, as you take this stance, you become very attractive by people that are around you. When you walk into a room, people will notice you're carrying this aura around you, which is very, very strong and very powerful. Yeah, I think you inspire not only the dream in yourself, but doing so, I think you inspire the dreams in others. And this makes you a very, very powerful person without having to really do much. And the universe is definitely encouraging you to really step forward and go forth. On your past self, I didn't get the message. I do apologize. As I say, it's a new way of doing it slightly differently. On your past self, you got the Eight of Cups. Yeah, there is a case of of being curious in the past. And as I say, I think you've taken control of the situation. And I think your curiosity about what is going on around you in regards to love or relationships or family, friends, or your spiritual path is you've got to a stage of kind of saying, well, what if I take it in this way? And I think that's what's brought you on to this sort of feeling and sensation of being at harmony and at one with yourself more than anything else. Let's see what the future self is doing here. The future self is definitely pushing forward, and it's almost like it's as if you're thinking about a person and you've got to do the steps in order, you've got to phone them up or you've got to ask them out on a date or, that sort of thing. And it's quite exciting, but there's an engagement from your side. It's like if you want your family or your friends to be in a really good way, or even your spiritual path, you have to take the first step. Once you take the first step, energy will back you up. And that's what it seems to be here. You get the devil. The devil's in the detail here. Illusionary paths, is that it? Do not fool yourself, and do not allow others to fool you. As I said, I think you are becoming quite attractive, and because you're becoming quite attractive, you're just in your persona, you're bringing people in here, and your future self is. You've got to just be a little bit wary about certain maybe relationships that, on paper it looks good. It's got a good, it's like a car, isn't it? It looks fantastic on the outside, but the motor's absolutely crap. And that's what you've got to be a little bit wary of in regards to your relationships as you go forward. What's the decisions here? This decision here is being you. Just being that sort of that ram and just kind of go, right, boom, I'm getting on, I'm making headway. I want to explore and I want to live life. That's the decision. Yeah, exactly. Look at that, crowning glory. It really is. I think this is that devil card. I think it's going to be actually quite easy for you to do. I think in the future you're going to be able to see people who are not really engaged in a very honest way in regards to relationships or spiritual path, in regards to your life around you. And this is recognizing this within you, recognizing how you hold this persona, and that you pull people into your life without you having to even try. It's just a natural thing. You're becoming a bit of a magnet, for people, and it's going to make you feel incredibly empowered. And it doesn't mean empowerment over others. It's empowerment over your own path. This is what you're realizing, and it's going to allow you to let go of and realize that your karmic path is walking well away from any disappointments in regards to relationships in the past, and walking to a future which is so much better for you. On your financial side, let's just have a quick look what's going on there. Your financial side here is your karmic path is in order to get the success in your business, your project, or your career path, there is a certain engagement. If you want to build a house, and you know when you build and you put in place the bricks of that house, you're putting them in place. So if you know that if you're not doing that job properly, the house itself is not going to be great. And I think the more that you engage in your pathway, knowing what you want and really going after it, this is where it's going to become very clear to you what connections you need to use in order to get to where you want to be. And you get the Page of Wands. All fire signs have had the Page of Wands, really. It's been, and the Page of Cups as well. Wouldn't be surprised if that doesn't come out on this side here. Here is learning about your passions, learning about how you engage with the coincidences, the opportunities that are around you. But it has to be very light. You don't want to put all your eggs in one basket here. You got to try. You're trying things out, but trying things out with a real determination to get to where you want to be. Let's just see how the universe is playing this to you. There's a lot coming in, and I think it's like it's like when if you're canoeing down a river, and the river's going quite nice. It's reasonably fast. It's not rapids or anything like that. So you only have to make small adjustments with your paddle in order to direct your canoe. And I think this is where I think subtlety is more the order of the day in regards to your financial side and how you engage in the world around you in a very, very subtle way. And it will bring in huge opportunities for you by being subtle. And I think that's playing gently with your passions around you without taking too many risks actually helps you to make the energy or the coincidences or the synchronicities around you will open up opportunities, and you will advance very quickly and get good victories on your pathway. Let's just see what's going on in your past self. Your past self is a column. It's like a pillar of being. It's like a standard. It's almost as if like sort of kind of going, I know my past, I know what I've done, I know my knowledge, I know my experiences, I know my value. There's a lot of things you're really sure about, and you're using it as a point of reference so you can then keep on your pathway going forward. Ace of Cups. Yeah, you know what really floats your boat in regards to your career path, your business and your projects. You've had this opportunity and you've engaged in life in a really good way that sort of makes you feel complete and contented with where you're going and how you're engaging in it and what it's bringing back to you as well. And it's brought through that security of that King of Cups and make you feel secure about where you're going. Your future self, it's split into two. There's a lot that you are creating here, especially with that overall energy, that vibe you have about you. You're creating a lot, and it's helping you to advance very quickly without having to take in too many complications more than anything else. Yeah, you're playing smart here. Basically, this is what I'm talking about, the canoe here. You're allowing life to do the hard work for you. So you can really enjoy the going down the river. You can look around, you can look at the fish, you can really enjoy life of your progression on your career path. Absolutely brilliant. What's the decisions that needs to be made out of this week here? What's the lessons to be learned here? I'm getting like sometimes a drop of water can move a mountain. It's like, you know, you see the side of a mountain and you see like a boulder that's sort of like kind of go, oh, that could fall at any given point, you know, and it starts raining. It only takes one drop, that final drop that actually displaces the earth that's underneath the boulder for it to actually start rolling and life starts going into your life. And that's where, you know, understanding that very subtle changes can make huge amounts of differences. And look at that. This is wondrous for you, and it's a change of fortune because it's almost as if like you're working so much smarter rather than harder, that it's a case where you're earning so much more for the amount that you're putting into this. It's really making you feel very contented with who you are and where you're going, and it's ultimately it's also feeding into your relationship side and making you feel very empowered. And that's what that persona's about. That's what's giving you that sort of direction within your relationship side. Let's just see what's going on with the Light Seers card. Let's see what's happening there. With the King of Cups, you get the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, I think you're getting assurance. I think you're bringing assurance into life. I think you're making people feel very assured around you, and it's a very attractive thing. And this doesn't necessarily have to be a lover. This could also be you know, or your partner. This could also be you know, just friends and family and so forth. You're bringing in this sort of like this real security about you. Yeah, I think what you're realizing is that you've tried too hard in the past. That's what's on your karmic path. You're letting go of that disappointment because and by letting go of it, it's because you're realizing that you've tried to satisfy people more than you've tried to satisfy yourself. And I think that's what's changing. Look at that. That's the happiness that's coming out of it, because you're making an amazing discovery about yourself, Aries, and you're getting your crowning glory. It's asking you to sort of like engage in the world that is around you, but it's without having to actually engage in it. It's that persona that's bringing it in. And as I say, it's encouraging you, becoming very, very attractive at the moment. You're making, you know, people believe that they can as well, you know, and it's creating a lot of abundance and a real buzz around you at the moment. And in your past self, the curiosity that you had that started you off on this journey that took you away from the Five of Cups and just doing too much is a whole new era. You know, that's what you're saying goodbye to. You're saying goodbye to that Five of Cups and the Ten of Wands. And now you're opening up to a new way of doing things that is very much more in alignment with yourself, making you feel a lot more secure about yourself. Yeah, in the future, you will see the people or the relationships or the situations or the spiritual practices that are just not really, you know, that don't cut the mustard. And this is going to make you incredibly abundant. It's going to open up and reveal a lot about relationships for you with this Ten of Pentacles. It's going to build. This is that whole sort of persona, that sort of like aura that you're carrying. This energy that you're carrying with you is really empowering, and that's putting pay to anybody in your life that's just sort of like, you know, they just shouldn't be there, possibly. With the Ace of Swords, you get the Six of Swords. Yes, you are definitely going on to karma shores. And that's what we saw about that as well. That's the energy that you're flowing through you. And because you're saying goodbye to that, that's what's happening here. And it is your crowning glory. It's almost as if like you're having this week here, you're just kind of going, so that's how it works. Sort of scenario, and it works really, really well for you. There's a lot of happiness that's sort of a lot of happiness that is being produced out of this, or at least encouraged in your life. It's going to come into your life whether you like it or not. With the financial side, Page of Wands on your karmic path, and what's going on in the overall energies, it's taking you from playing with energy to going off on a mission, a passionate mission that really suits you down to the ground. And I think that's what you're looking for as well in life. That's what you're trying to push forward. And I think it's a very good way to do it. It's probably the only way in which you're going to get success, if you encourage that confidence within you to go after your passions. With the Page of, look at that. Yes. You're learning about your passions. That's what you're doing this week here. You're exploring it, pushing the boundaries a little bit. This is a whole new way of doing things, of going after your success. And I think you've understood it on both sides. And there is a beautiful success coming out of this, not just necessarily financially, but success within you. The realization that actually you can have a huge effect on the world around you without having to knock hell bells out of yourself. Yeah, it gets you into alignment. That's your path there with the Ace of Cups. And you've got the Two of Cups going on with the Chariot. So the quicker it goes, the universe, the quicker it goes, is the quicker it will get you in alignment with yourself and make you feel incredibly good about what you're doing. The value of it is far greater than any money could ever bring you. This is what I get the feeling out of it. With the Ace of Cups, you get the Empress card, yeah. This beautiful opening that's been within you now for the past few weeks, maybe even few months, this opportunity, this opening up of your good self, has helped you to actually have a complete and much more control over your emotions. So in the past, it might have been, oh, I haven't been able to get this job, I haven't been able to get that job, and and things are not working for my business or my project. And it's maybe because you were too involved in it. You've taken a step back here, and because you've had a certain control over your emotions, and as much as well the emotions that were holding you back, that's when you can then start creating something completely new, a whole new success. And you're making that decision this week here to really step forward into your success. With the Seven of Swords, you get the Three of Wands. Yes, you're learning. You've got to be, I think there's a degree of certain patience about how you engage and everything like that, and how the results come in. And I think you've got to be, when we've got a habit of doing things, it's like I said the other week, I think for you, you're working away, you see someone that you work with or someone who works for you, you see that they're not going as quickly as they should be, or they haven't worked it totally out, and you come along and kind of go, look, it goes like this. You end up doing it, and it's realizing, kind of going, no, they've got to learn how to do it. Leave them to do it. They will get better. Have faith in the others. And this is like where sometimes you've got habits, and sometimes you'll fall back into those habits, and just be patient with yourself as you do, and don't be too hard upon yourself. It's going to make you smarter all the way along, and make you, a real difference into your work play ethic of life. A real driving force for you. The Wheel of Fortune here, you get the Devil. Again, that's twice the Devil here. Devil's in the detail. Yeah, I think this is, sometimes you're going to see some ideas. You're going to understand that whole idea that, don't worry, I'll do it. Where you shouldn't be doing that. And it's revealing to you the aspects of engagement of your career path and your business that is illusionary. That if you have to keep covering someone's work, maybe that person there is not suited to do that job. And facing the facts, I think facing the facts is really important for you this week here. Facing really honestly with yourself what works and what doesn't work is going to really drive on your success. And as I say, the success is not necessarily financial here. It really is not. It may mean that you only have to work 30 hours and earn as much money in the week than when you were working 50 hours. And all of a sudden that allows you a lot of time. You're winning huge amounts out of life. So yeah, there you go, Aries. Thanking you very much for being here with us. Hope you get the best out of these readings. Just go on and do it. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.